so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's really awesome to talk about your album because I'm a huge, huge fan of yours, and I am so excited. So thanks.
Oh, love it. Are you going to come to my shows?
Well, here's the thing. I'm 17, so I'm too young to go to. Yeah, I was devastated.
What about, are you based in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Annoying.
Yeah, so
I'm not allowed to say it on radio, but can you find some ID that might look like you?
see, that's what I was thinking. And you didn't do that for me.
No.
Well, happy late 1 year to Louder Please. Like, it was about, like, was it January 17th?
17th, yeah. January this.
And it's like absolutely generational album. And you hadn't dropped a full-length project since like 2021, or really this was like your debut almost.
It was, yeah. I released like 6-7 tracks in 2021, but it was like a mixtape. So Louder Please definitely was my debut record.
What was it like kind of just finally getting that out there?
Yeah, it was I felt a massive release. It is everything that I wanted it to be. And I was really proud of it. And I didn't understand how it all worked. So I just put it out. I didn't really have that many shows booked. I didn't really think about the rest of the year, to be honest. It's just maybe a little naive of me. But also it just sort of made last year, like as everything was happening and unfolding, so exciting because it was all just very new to me. Yeah.
Awesome. It's such a good album, and I think it is a perfect debut. And I feel like in a lot of ways, it kind of, when I listened to it for the first time, it sort of felt a bit like a love letter to British electronic music. And I especially felt this with like tracks like Hackney Wood, which kind of reminded me a bit of the Streets. And then I even heard a little bit of Underworld on Lotus as well. So I'm curious to know what like influences you had for this album, or if there were any at all.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely fell in love with 90s like dance music. I discovered it as a teenager and kind of started going out and really getting into DJs, and that is still my favorite kind of music. Underworld are my favorite band. I love them. But I definitely wanted to bring those sounds and that world to the record. But I also love pop music, and I'm definitely like a student of pop. And I love my pop girls and queens. So I spent quite a lot of time experimenting with kind of mixing the sounds of like the underground, but with more of like pop melodies and love stories, and putting them on top of that in those worlds, which it was a lot of, I experimented for like years, to be honest, for kind of figuring out record, which gave me a lot of time to have fun with my voice and what I could do.
Well, it's interesting because I found that a lot of your music before was a bit more like indie, I feel like. And
yeah,
you made your way into like, this dance pop vibe. And I mean, your whole journey has been like it's been really interesting. So it's been awesome to see how your sound has evolved since then.
Yeah, it's different. I grew up as like a vocalist. So I was like classically trained, and I've always had my voice. And then I got a guitar and I started singing like indie kind of soul with the guitar when I was really young. Then I started clubbing and partying, and I started to really enjoy electronic music, and it became my personality. And then I thought, hang on a minute, like I grew up with this voice. I love my pop icons. I love electronic music. And then I started just to play sort of bring them all together. There is a song that I put out like years and years ago called Save Your Tears. And I think it was kind of like the beginning of me finding those textures. But yeah, no, it's definitely been a long journey.
you're here now, and I mean, like it's your first time coming here to Australia as well. How's that, like, doing all these tours? How's that all been?
Yeah, no, it's like the last year has been so much fun. I'm always in hotel rooms. I'm never really home, but it's been like, I love to travel. So yeah, I live quite a like almost nomadic lifestyle at the moment, just kind of everywhere. But it's fun and it's really good for, as a songwriter, it's very helpful to be moving and traveling so much because I feel like I've got so much to write about.
And Paul, have you been writing a lot like recently? Like what?
Yeah. I've been writing. So I'm in the LA right now writing. Sort of the end of last year between touring, I've been in the studio a lot. I'm like making my second record, which is really exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the deluxe version that you did as well, so Aura. And I mean, found it interesting because you went on the tour with the Sugar Babes and you collabed with like two former girl group girls, Jade and Mel C. And I feel like you had the perfect opportunity as well for a Girls Aloud collab with I Don't Speak French, seeing as they have a song with an almost identical.
I know.
What's
I did ask the question. I did. Because they were on my label. Or they still are on the same label as me. I did ask. Are they not together anymore? Oh, they kind of are, girls.
They did like a reunion a little while ago, I think.
Yeah, they did. I think it's amazing.
I know. I love all those girl groups. Like that's just like my whole life. But do you love a girl group?
I love a girl group. Supporting Sugar Babe. I mean, obviously I grew up on their songs, but like to hear them every night and the repertoire that they have, the amount of songs that are all, I know like every single word to them just because, I grew up on them. I love the Sugar Babes. So good.
Are they still all like the same remaining members as like the beginning? Because I know that they had a few changes here and there.
So it's the original lineup. Yeah. The original girls, yeah.
Okay, so I really need to keep up then, jeez.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Whole Six Lab was really like, how was that? Did you grow up with the Spice Girls?
Yeah, I feel like I was on the cusp. My mum loved them. I was probably too young to like remember them being together, but I love Spice Girls. And I was always like Sporty Spice with my girl. And Mel is just, she's amazing.
Well, she's been here a lot. Like, I think she did The Voice or something here as well. Like,
I feel like she's like got a real, obviously she's a Spice Girl, so everyone knows who she is, but I think she's in Australia a lot. She DJs there. Yeah. She's there a lot.
Well, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm happy to be in the same country as Mel C any day. But yeah, I mean, another thing that I really love that you've been doing is how you've been like documenting your tour through like a lot of the vlogs and stuff on your YouTube channel. I think that's been really cool. Yeah, I've been loving that. So like, how did that sort of all come about?
Yeah, I mean, I have just been on the move so much and I'm just experiencing so many things for the first time that I wanted to start documenting it all. It's wild. I don't even know how many countries I went to last year and planes that I caught, but it's fun. And I love a little chat. I think maybe in a different life, I was like meant to be a presenter.
Feel that.
Travel show.
Honestly, I'd be so down for that. Once this music stuff has all calmed down, I would shoot. Oh yeah. Another thing that I found from like listening to some of your interviews was that you talked about your experiences with synesthesia, and as someone else who also has that, I'm interested to see like how that sort of, kind of helped during the creation of Louder Please, or maybe even just in the work that you're doing now.
Yeah, I actually didn't really realize I had it until I was putting together my show and I was talking about the colors, and I was saying, because obviously Tectonic pink and Damn is red, and they were like, what do you mean it's red? And I was like, no, like it's red. when I sing it, like red is red. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was talking to my partner and they were like, "No, Rosie, I think you have synesthesia." And I did some research and I was like, no, I really do. Because when I'm making music, it's like I'm in that color. And it can be like 2 colors, but it's just a color.
Yeah. I love having synesthesia is like, it's so good. I don't know. I feel like it's underrated.
Yeah. What kind of synesthesia do you have?
Well, I mean, I also like make music, but not really as like, and also like play guitar. So like a lot of the time when I play guitar, it's like I see all different kinds of colors when I play. And yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that I had it until I started talking to someone about it. And they're like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, but like you said, like, it's just like, it's like red. Like,
yes, it's really cool. And I used it now in my writing process. I also just like love that place. You must have it if you make music or play guitar, like when, you know, you're like making something and you kind of, I just completely go into the world of the song. And I'm like, nothing, my brain just hyper focuses on finishing the song and I'm so in the story. I'm in that. That's at the moment, that's where I'm just like writing songs every day. Like not feeling like I'm on the planet. And then I come back to my hotel and I'm like, oh, back to life.
It's a good feeling when you're sort of in that zone and no one can really stop you. And it's like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. It's the best feeling. I think writing music is like the best thing in the world.
I would definitely agree with you. It is very, very fun. And it's also just rewarding once you get it out there as well. And just like, you feel like you've just like said everything that you wanted to say and like communicated all that. Like, I think that's such a beautiful thing about making music. And
Yeah. No, it's very special. I would choose being in the studio probably like over anything. Maybe I love playing live, but I think studio beats it for me.
Why is that, do you think?
I just think when you making a great song, it's just best. I love it. I love being in the studio and just it feels very good for my head, my mind.
And I guess it's also different because like if there's a crowd, it's like, you know, there's a lot of people. But if you're in the studio, I feel like it's a lot easier to just kind of like lock in to your song and like.
Although I've learned so much about my like stage craft over the last year, and I really enjoy playing live now. Like it took me a while to get used to it, and I, you know, even down to like in it, like the in-ear situation, I didn't up until the beginning of last year. I never even had in-ears because I wasn't playing like big enough shows really to have them. So then I've kind of learned how to tour, and I do really enjoy it now.
What was it like beforehand? Like before when you were sort of slowly starting to ease into it? Like how was that for you?
Just like I was playing, I mean, I still do it, like lots of clubs, playing lots of tiny clubs. I've also like switched it up. I used to play with a band, which was very fun, but I just don't think it works for my music. It didn't, I don't know. I definitely really enjoy my show now, how it feels.
And like playing with the track and everything?
Yeah, I do enjoy it. I also really spend a lot of time on the soundtrack for my shows. So they're obviously not too different to the originals, but I work on like interludes and I bring in sort of new elements and I make sure that it's like it's a big, like high energy show.
I love that. And I just love all the visuals and stuff, even like within like your music videos as well. And I mean, like there's nothing more that I love than a music video. How's that been just like doing all that and doing all the music videos? Because you've done quite a few for this album.
I've done loads. Like I did sort of visualizers for tried to do it for nearly every song on Louder Please. And then with the deluxe, I shot more visualizers, and then we shot the I Don't Speak French video, which I was so like, it was the first like 2 day, it was a 2 day shoot, and it was with one of my favorite directors, Uh, I love the visual aspect of my project, so it's very fun to kind of lose myself in that world. And I love cinema, and yeah, it's a whole other part of my career that I really enjoy.
And I just also love the album cover as well, and I've loved seeing like a lot of people like recreate it as well. Yeah, it's so iconic.
Yeah, it's so funny because I wanted that. I had that idea for the artwork for months before we shot it, but I didn't know that it was going to, I didn't know how it was going to translate. I didn't know that it was going to become like a bit of just like now I just spend most of, if I'm at like a fan event or if I'm playing a show, I'll just like spend half the time in pictures screaming with people.
If that's not like, you know, exactly what you want. Yeah, I love that so much.
Someone said to me, they're like, we were having a conversation about virality and like going viral and how, if that was important to me. And I was like, well, look, I'm not going to lie. I would love one of my songs to go. Of course, we all would. But I feel like my artwork went viral.
It definitely did. I love it. And also like, I didn't even like block like the two dudes as well in the corner. I was like, I like zoomed in. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even see that. And then, yeah, there's just like so many like little details to like what's going on. Yeah. But I love it. It's like exactly the kind of chaos that I vibe with. I will thank you so much again for sitting down with me and having this chat. This is so cool. I'm like, I'll be real, I'm honestly a little starstruck.
It's okay. I get it though. I meet people that they don't even have to be like big. It's just if I like their work, yeah. I had it like a bit last night. Like she's even my friend Jade. I was with Jade, and I honestly love her music so much, and I'm such a fan of what she does. So it's like it's very normal.
Okay. But yeah, no, I love everything that you've put out, and I'm so just grateful that you took the time to speak with me. It's been really awesome to learn more about your album.
Okay. Hopefully I'll see you at my show.